Today we're going to learn about the White House, and I have this really neat book called Fly Guy Presents the White House by Ted Arnold. And I'm going to show you this book like this so that you can see the pictures because there are some really good pictures. So let's get started. A boy had a pet fly named Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name, Buzz. Buzz and Fly Guy walked through the gates of the White House. "Cool," said Buzz. "This is where the President of the United States lives and works." Fly Guy did a loop-the-loop. He was excited. He zoomed ahead of Buzz and flew inside. The address of the White House is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It is located in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. And it's located right there. Hundreds of people work at the White House every day. And this is a White House meeting with President Obama. The Secret Service, the Chief of Staff, the press secretary, writers, and several advisors work with the president. So here's a Secret Service agent. They help keep the president safe. And this is the press secretary, and they tell the news what is going on. And a team of chefs, butlers, maids, florists, electricians, and plumbers keep the place running smoothly. There's even a beekeeper. The president is the leader of the United States and the head of our government. The president also represents our country around the world and is the leader of the armed forces. And this is President Johnson in Vietnam. The president's family is called the First Family. And here's the Obama family. The president's wife is called the First Lady. She welcomes guests to the White House for ceremonies and special events. If a president is not married, a friend or a relative may act as First Lady. And here is Eleanor Roosevelt. She was one of the First Ladies. And this is Jackie Kennedy. She was another First Lady. When a woman is elected president, a husband, friend, or relative may fill this role. Every 4 years, Americans vote in a presidential election. Any American citizen who is 18 or older can vote, including presidential candidates. Here's Barack Obama casting his vote. Here are voters standing in line. Down here, we have William H. Taft casting his vote. A ballot is a list of people who want to be president. Voters in each of the 50 states mark a ballot to make their choice. The candidate who wins the election moves into the White House with his family or her family. The previous president moves out. And here, the Clinton family moving into the White House while the Bush family moves out. All of the presidents have had their portraits painted. Many portraits hang in the White House. William H. Harrison was president only 32 days. President Washington chose the location of the country's new capital city. It was named in his honor. President Washington makes a plan. George Washington lived in New York City while he was president. There was a contest to design the president's house. In July 1792, a builder named James Hoban won the contest. In 1800, President John Adams and his wife Abigail were the first family to move in. They lived there for just 5 months. So here's what it looked like in 1807. In 1814, British soldiers set fire to the White House. First Lady Dolly Madison saved a painting from the burning building. It took 3 years to rebuild the house. Dolly Madison, and she saved this painting of George Washington. Some people think the White House got its name after the fire, but that is not true. The White House has always been painted white. It takes 570 gallons of paint to cover the outside of the building, including the east and west wings. For years, people simply called it the White House. President Theodore Roosevelt made the name official in 1901. He even added it to his stationery. And here's some people painting. When the White House was first built, it was much smaller. In 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt built an office west of the main house. It was a quiet place for him to work away from his 6 children. The new section became known as the West Wing. In 1909, President Taft built the Oval Office. Today's Oval Office was built in 1934 and is still the President's office. The Oval Office has 4 exits. 2 of the doors are hidden and blend into the walls. And so here's President Roosevelt and his family with his 6 children. Here's the West Wing, and here is the Oval Office. The President sits there. Throughout the year, the White House hosts many special events. The Easter egg roll is the largest event. Children race across the lawn, pushing hard-boiled eggs with spoons. And here's some children in 2009, 1953, quite a while ago, and 1993.
Fantastic.
Each November, the President saves 1 turkey from becoming Thanksgiving dinner. This is called a pardon. The turkey lives the rest of his life on a farm. And this is President George H.W. pardoning a turkey. The President leads 2 special holiday ceremonies: the lighting of the National Christmas Tree and the lighting of the National Hanukkah Menorah. Today, the White House has 132 rooms and 35 bathrooms. There are 4 floors, a basement, and a sub-basement. There are 412 doors, 147 windows, 28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators. In the state dining room, up to 140 people can eat dinner in this room.
He can stand.
Over here,
he can walk.
This is the East Room. This is the largest room in the White House. 7 weddings and a prom have been held here. And up here, you go down these steps and you go to the Situation Room. This soundproof basement room is the President's command center. People work here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The President joins them when there is a national emergency. And here is President Lyndon B. Johnson signing the Voting Rights Act in the East Room, which is right here.
W.
The White House isn't just a place to work. The President has fun there, too. There's a 46-seat movie theater, a bowling alley, a golf putting green, a swimming pool, and a tennis court. President Obama painted the lines on the tennis court to use as a basketball court. So there's that. Here's President Clinton in the movie room and President Nixon bowling. Many children have lived and played in the White House. President Lincoln's son, Tad, once let 2 goats pull him around the house. President Carter's daughter, Amy, roller skated at the White House. And President Kennedy's son, John Jr., often played under his dad's desk. There is a secret door in the desk. Lots of pets have lived in the White House, too. More than 100 dogs have lived there. Here's Millie and Liberty and Bo, King, Timahoe and Vicky and Pasha. The White House has even had an alligator. President Hoover's son had 2 pet alligators that like to crawl around outdoors. And it has been said that President John Quincy Adams had a house guest who brought a live alligator to stay at the White House. President Theodore Roosevelt's kids had a pony, bears, a hyena, a pig, a macaw, cats, dogs, snakes, a badger, kangaroo rats, a flying squirrel, guinea pigs, and more. President Kennedy's daughter, Caroline, had a pony named Macaroni. There's Macaroni. And here is Eli Yell. And let's turn the page. Some say the president and his or her family aren't the only ones who live at the White House. Ghost might have lived there too. The ghost of Abigail Adams has been spotted hanging laundry in the East Room. President Taft's staff said they saw her. And here is Abigail Adams, and there's a picture of what it might have looked like. The most famous ghost is that of President Lincoln.
Which items go
People
together?
say that his ghost haunts the second floor and his former bedroom. His ghost knocks on doors and sometimes stands at a window. So here is the Lincoln bedroom, and here's the Lincoln bedroom window.
Purple.
Celebrities visit the White House. Famous singer Elvis Presley visited President Nixon. Pope John Paul II was the first pope to visit the famous house.
You
Queen
earned a sticker.
Elizabeth II has visited the White House many times, beginning in 1957 when she made her first state visit to America. President Jefferson opened the White House to visitors, so anyone can
K.
tour the president's home for free. Even Fly Guy has
Touch the
visited.
hen.
You landed on the president's forehead. I am famous. It was such an honor to visit the president's house, Buzz told Fly Guy. Maybe we'll work there one day. Yes. Buzz and Fly Guy could not wait for their next field trip. The end. Thank you for bearing with me for this kind of long book, but I thought it was a really neat book. So